All right. So this testimony video or what have you is actually about the Father recently telling me that I was becoming a wanderer. You know, why and how I'm about to explain to you now. Okay. So you know how we get wrapped up into social media, or not just social media, because I love YouTube more because I like watching ministry on there. I do social media every now and then. I get on there and off or what have you. But what I was doing was I was jumping from testimony video to testimony video to testimony, and just watching podcasts and just a whole bunch of other stuff that, not saying it's not relevant, is relevant to God, but God wants us to eat his word first. That should not be the source, your meat source of eating and or whatnot. It should not be something that keeps you going. Now, he do use people to share their testimonies, as I am doing, but it should not be your go-to. And I found myself running to it. I will read my words still, but the reading started minimizing, not as much as time that I was spending into it before, and I was watching more testimonies more so than anything, right? So I never forget, this was recently too. I was so what happened was I had started having this migraine, right? I was having this migraine real bad, and I never really had migraines, but I've been having them for a minute off and on. And then I found myself taking these Excedrins, almost a half a bottle of a small bottle of Excedrins, extra strength, to help like relieve it. And when I got to about half of the bottle, I was taking like 2 a day or every other day. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I don't want to be taking no pills like that. I don't even like taking Tylenol. So for me to take, Excedrin or what have you, I had to really be in some pain. And I really was. I was getting to the point where I couldn't even read. I believe the Lord was allowing me to go through this too, because even when it came to me getting on my phone and watching ministry on YouTube, it was like the light from the glare from the TV or the phone, it would start hurting my eyes. And I was just like, like speaking to the Lord like, that it's hurt. I'm in a lot of pain. I need you to heal my eyes, my head. I'm in a lot of pain, right? And so I never forget, I was actually one night, I went some days without reading. And it just felt like the pain had just intensified. It just got even worse. Like, it was to the point like it was nothing relieving it. Like, I would have to close the blinds in every room, to keep the reflection off the light from hurting my eyes. I was just thinking like, man, I must have some bad migraine, I was thinking. and I don't even like going to the doctor like a lot. Like, I literally have to go. I go for physicals and things like that, but I don't like really going. I had to really be like down. So I'm like, man, I don't want to go to the doctor. So I just was asking my dad, like, Dad, can you please heal my head? It's affected me reading. I can't even get on my phone and watch, ministry. And like, I don't even want to read because my head was hurting so bad, right? So one night I went to sleep, and then Dad wakes me up at like 2 in the morning. No, before that, let me freeze. Before that even happened, Dad told me one day, he said, you're becoming a wanderer. And I was like, a wanderer, And I'm like, a wanderer? How am I was wandering. So basically what he was saying was, by me, going to social media, like looking at different ministries and YouTube and what have you like that, I was spending more time watching testimonies. And again, the Bible talks about we overcome by the word, of testimonies, However, that is not our source. Our first source is the word. All right. And I start finding myself watching even Christian movies, like, and these Christian movies would be backed up with scriptures in them, all throughout them. But I was still spending more time than I would in the word. And Dad said, you're becoming a wanderer. You're wandering. An amazing thing about that, the amazing thing about that is he is so loving. He's so loving. Like, I'm gonna get to that. So fast forward. This one night, I went to sleep. Before I went to sleep, I was praying and asking him to heal me. And I went to sleep, and then Dad wakes me up at like 2 a.m, right? He wakes me up, and he speaks to me. He said, "I miss you." And I usually keep my word in the bed with me, because when I roll over, I just roll right into it. Between 1 and 3 o'clock, that's our time, because no one's interfering, no one's calling, no one's texting. That's our time. And mind you, I said I was going some days without reading because my migraine was getting so bad. So I'm like, Dad, it's affecting me. I can't even read. I want to read, but it hurts so bad, and the words are so tiny. It hurt. So he wakes me up, and he says, "I miss you." He says, "I miss you." And I'm like, "I miss you too." And I just leap for joy. I leap for joy, not realizing that I was having this migraine. And when I heard the voice of the Lord said that to me, Dad said that to me, I just leaped for joy, and I rolled over, and I grabbed the word, and I was like, "I missed you too." And I just started reading. And it was like, the more I started reading, the pain from my head, my eyes, and it was affecting me so bad. It was affecting my eyes, where the light was affecting me. You know what I'm saying? The light was affecting me. Everything was affecting my sight. I couldn't go outside really, because the light from outside was too bright. The TV light was too bright. The light on my phone was too bright. So anyway, I rolled over, and I'm like, "I missed you too," and I'm like, it was like a daughter and father's moment, when I heard him say, when he woke me up, and he was like, "I missed you." And I rolled over, and I was like, "I missed you too." And I just started reading. The more time, like as the minutes went by, not like a minute, like 5 minutes in, I could feel the pain from my eyes and my head starting to lift. So I'm thinking like, wait a minute. I'm reading as time going along, but I'm also thinking about like, wait a minute, I'm able to read. And then like, the pain is going away. So the more and more I start reading, I'm like 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in, 40 minutes in, hour in. The more I'm reading, the less pain that I'm feeling in my head. It was hurting on the sides, and then it started going to the back of my head and my eyes and everything. So the more I started reading, the less it started hurting. And I was just thinking like, Dad, is this was all I needed to do? Was this all I needed to do? And I say that to say this, like, a lot of times, like, the word it's not only our bread, but I then witnessed healing from reading the word multiple times, from being sick. It's our GPS, it's our comforter, it's our strength, it's our healer, it's our peace, it's our everything. And the Lord has been leading me to share this testimony, because there's someone that's watching this right now. You may be on social media. You find yourself on social media more than everything, in your word, just watching post after post or videos after video. I'm here to let you know that the Father is calling you to spending time with Him. He's calling you to His word. Don't be a wanderer like I was. He told me, you've become a wanderer. You're wandering. And the beauty about the Father is that, when He sees us wandering, He's not going to just like let us fall into a swamp or a pit, right? He nudges us in different ways. He speaks to us in different ways. He have different ways of getting our attention, right? And He was telling me, you're becoming a wanderer. And I didn't really I took heed a little bit, but I still found myself into like watching different ministries on social media, YouTube and things like that. I didn't really take heed like I should have, get back into my word first. Spend more time with me like you've been doing, And again, the beauty about the Father is He's a loving Father, When you see your children wandering off, when you're out with your child and you see your child wandering off, you're like, hey, get back over here. hey, get back over here, you're going the wrong way, you know, or, you know, come back this way. You know, what he does is, because he loves us so much, he redirect us into the right path. He redirect us to the right way, and he does it in love. When he did that, that was the best. Like, one of the best things he ever did with me was wake me up and say, I missed you, you know. And I'm just a like moseying on, like watching different stuff, and to the point where I couldn't watch anything. And that was the Father allowing me to go through that, because he like, nope, you're not going to spend that much time with me. I'm not allowing you to watch anything, you know. The screen from the TV is going to hurt your eyes. You know, the screen from your phone is going to hurt your eyes. Come back to me, daughter. And it wasn't until he woke me up at 2 o'clock and he said, I miss you, you know. And if you didn't get nothing out of this, he missed you more than you know. He missed the time that you used to give him. He missed it. This may be a way of him letting you know that I miss you, baby. I miss you, daughter. I miss you, son. Come back to me, you know. It's not the saying that you just left him, like I never turned my back on him, but I started wandering. And he said, you're becoming a wanderer. You're wandering. And because I didn't take heed, everything, like I'm able to sit in front of this light now, and this light is bright as day. I was not able to even look at the light on my phone. That's how bad my migraines was hurting me. That's how bad it was. I couldn't even read little words. Like I literally had to go get my glasses and start wearing them like all the time. And even that wasn't relieving the pressure on my eyes. So again, I say this to let you know that don't be like I was wandering. Let your source come from the word. Yeah, he got people like me sharing testimonies, doing ministry. But that should be like a potato. It shouldn't be your meat. That should be like a vegetable, a side dish, you know, not your meat. Your meat comes from the word. Our meat comes from the word. Get your meat from the word, and then it's okay to go and eat side dishes from, you know, other places, as long as it lines with the word. I'm not saying eat everything you see, but because there is some people that the Lord is using to share and warn about different things. But first, put the word first. Don't be a wanderer. Don't become a wanderer like me, you know. And if so, this may be your warning to come back to him, that he misses you. He misses you. He misses more than we know. All right? He misses more than we know. And him telling me, I missed you. Oh my gosh. So every night after that, the Father will wake me up around 2-ish, 3 o'clock. After that, like, to spend time with him. And I would just leap for joy. Like, even if I'm tired, I'm like, here I come, Dad. Here I come. You know, and I spend time with him and I'm reading. My son sometimes comes in my room and he'd be looking at me. He'd be looking at me like, Ma, you up reading? I'm spending time with my dad, you know. But yeah, he does that. He wakes me up. You know, sometimes if I oversleep, and I don't even have to set my alarm. I don't set the alarm. He wakes me up. He gets me up and wants me to like come spend time with me, you know, and I do that. So again, don't become a wanderer. Don't wander off. Your source and meat comes from the word first. Get your meat, and then be willing to go eat from other places if the Lord leads you to, you know. But that's all I wanted to say. I love you all with the love of Christ, and have a blessed day.